Hi guys, I'm cutting through the Croom. This is another part of the Withlacoochee Forest. The other day, the last video I made, I was on my dual sport riding through the dirt. Well, this is the same forest, but it's just a paved road. All in all, it's like 44,000 acres. And there's some other parts I'll show you after, but this is not that many years ago they paved this road going through here. This used to be all dirt, but it's pretty good ride. Not much traffic coming through here. And I was thinking about something that happened to me a couple of days ago. I sold a Jeep. I sold a little Jeep Cherokee to a company, a wholesale deal, and they were taking a little time to get me my check. I kept holding off each day a little bit, and then finally I said, look, I got to put this thing, back in the renew the ad, because I don't want to lose customers. So the guy said, well, we'll send somebody right over there with a deposit check, and then we'll send a driver in a few days. I said, that'll be fine. Once you put a good deposit on it, I'm not worried if it sits another week. So anyway, they sent this kid over, and seemed like a really nice kid. And he was in my office, and I got pictures of all my old trucks and old motorcycles and stuff, and pretty nice office. It's all like, my wife did it for me. It's pretty cool how we did it. So anyway, the kid says to me, hey man, he says, how do I be successful at this business? He goes, is there anything you would tell me about being successful in this business? He says, you've been doing it a long time. I says, yes, I have. I've been doing it quite a few years. And as soon as I would have normally answered differently, but for some reason, as soon as he said it, three things came to my mind. He says, how do I become a success at this? I says, you want to be a real success? He says, yes sir. I says, three things I'll tell you. One, get a relationship with Jesus Christ. Wake up in the morning and talk to Jesus, talk to your Father. And I said, that's one way to be successful. I says, two, take care of your family. Anything you do with your family or for your family or to help your family, especially while they're young, don't overdo it and baby kids when they're 22 years old. But I'm saying when they're young, do everything you can to make a life for them. And three, take care of yourself. Take care of your body while you're young. Don't be eating McDonald's, and don't be drinking Coke all day, and get the exercise you need, eat good food, and that will be something that will pay big dividends. Because it doesn't matter how successful you are, if your kidneys go out, you don't have too much success when your kidneys go out. Or when your heart is giving you trouble and they tell you need a heart transplant or a new open heart surgery, you don't have much success when that's the case. So take care of yourself while you're young, because it pays big dividends when you get old. The earlier you start taking care of yourself, the better you are. I really got a scare at like 62, I kind of took care of myself before that, but I didn't really. I kind of did, but I kind of goofed around a little bit. But at 62, I really started getting with the program. It's like having a pickup truck with 200,000 miles. It's time to start really getting with that program. Now, don't get me wrong. It would be better if you always did right, but if you haven't, it's time to really get with the program. And so I told him that, you know, and he's like, really? I says, yeah, that's just what came to me, bro. I didn't want to ride anymore into that sun. It's kind of, I'll wait a little bit, head out this way. But anyway, those things are just some of the things. You can't ever go back and redo some of these things a second time. You can't ever go back and be a parent when your kids are older. Even though you might have learned a lot and you know more, you don't ever get a second chance at some things. So I would say that to anybody. Probably the fourth thing I would say is, if you get a chance to do something, do it while you can. I see so many gorgeous Harley Davidsons at Harley that the guy waited till he was 75, 80. Doctor told him, you got this and you got that and you got this, and he then went out and built a beautiful Harley for himself. But you can't use it when you're sick. So a couple of things I learned at a young age. One was I studied faith. I really got interested in faith, the subject of faith in the Bible. I studied it, and because I studied it, it just came easy to me. You'll never be an expert at every subject, even biblically. I'm a minister, so I'm thinking that way, but there's things in the Word I just don't understand. There's parts of the Bible I don't get. I don't understand. They don't come easy to me. I got to go to other ministers and ask them and get their opinion on it, because I don't know it. But there's other areas that I'm very proficient in. So it's kind of like a guy that works on transmissions. He doesn't rebuild engines. And a guy that rebuilds engines, he doesn't paint vehicles. So I have my area that I have a good, strong message in. But I learned a lot about faith. And like I say, when you learn things when you're young, they stay with you. It seems like when you get older, you have walls, you have concept difficulties that you just don't get. The other thing that I learned as a young man was I learned some things. We started learning about nutrition. We started learning about, cellular level nutrition and how to take care of ourselves, and we never were soda drinkers, and we never were into too much fast food and all that. And we never were big, heavy eaters. We ate, and we did like our little treat at night. We did like our cookies. But in comparison with a lot of people, we never really were pigs, like really heavy eaters. And I'll tell you something. you know, and of course since 62 I've gotten a lot skinnier. I'm 65. I lost I lost like 80 pounds in like 2 months. But even before, I never was a big meds guy, a big doctor guy. A guy told me a long time ago, he said, when I die, I want my lawyer at my right hand and my doctor at my left hand. And they said, how come? He said, because I want to die like my Lord Jesus Christ with a thief on each side. Now, I'm not saying they're all thieves. I'm just saying that you can really do a lot naturally and on your own, nutritional wise and exercise wise. Diet and lifestyle is big, you know, and I knew it since a young age, but I wish I even knew more. But and of course the other thing that I didn't really manage right is stress. Stress is just brutal, and I kind of lived my whole life under stress. I was in the body shop. I had little small body shops, and I constantly had vehicles that would run late, colors that wouldn't match, parts that wouldn't come in, and so I was constantly under tremendous stress all the time. But anyway, I don't want to bore anybody, but I just wanted you to come along on this little ride. Thank God motorcycles has been a big stress relief to me ever since I was a kid. I used to, like I say, I tried football. I was horrible. I tried basketball. I was horrible. I tried baseball. I was horrible. But when I got on a little bike, I just never looked back. And 55, 57 years later, I still get out every day and take a ride. So this is also another part of the forest, but I've been riding on. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk at you soon. I appreciate my friends that have subscribed and everybody who watches or shares my videos. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. God bless.